Beneath a sky so vast it seems infinite, Africa awakens the senses like no other place on Earth. This is a land where the golden sands of the Sahara Desert ripple like waves, where the misty heights of Mount Kilimanjaro pierce the clouds, and where the wild heart of the savannah beats with lions' roars and elephants' thunderous footsteps. Africa is a mosaic of life, culture, and history. Ancient civilizations whispering through stone ruins, bustling markets alive with color and song, and forests that teem with secrets waiting to be discovered. Here, every horizon promises a new wonder, every journey a story that lingers in the soul. The Serengeti National Park unfolds as an immense and almost otherworldly canvas of golden plains, stretching beyond the horizon in every direction, dotted with acacia trees that rise like green umbrellas against the vast African sky. This is a land where life is raw, relentless, and breathtakingly beautiful. Every year, over 1 million wildebeest, accompanied by hundreds of thousands of zebras and gazelles, follow the ancient rhythm of the rains and the Great Migration, creating a living, breathing river of animals that winds across the plains in undulating waves. Predators lie in wait, lions reclining lazily in the shade, cheetahs crouched low in the grass, leopards slipping silently among rocks. And the tension between hunter and hunted is palpable in every moment, giving the air an electric sense of anticipation. Elephants move with majestic deliberation, their large, gentle eyes reflecting the quiet intelligence of a species that has roamed these lands for millennia, while giraffes bend gracefully to nibble the tender leaves atop acacia trees. The Serengeti sky itself participates in this spectacle. Mornings are awash with warm golden light, revealing the dust kicked up by stampeding herds and painting the kopjes in soft shadows. Midday creates a mirage-like shimmer across the endless plains, and evenings ignite the heavens with brilliant streaks of red, pink, and violet, silhouettes of wildlife etched sharply against the fiery canvas. Birds wheel and dive overhead, insects hum with ceaseless energy, and the occasional roar of a lion echoes across the landscape, reminding visitors that life and death are part of an eternal cycle here. The Serengeti is more than a park. It is a living, breathing testament to nature's grandeur, a place where one can sense the heartbeat of the earth itself, witness millennia of ecological harmony and struggle, and be humbled by the sheer scale and complexity of life in its wildest, most magnificent form. Victoria Falls is a spectacle that overwhelms the senses, a place where the Zambezi River, swollen with tropical rains, crashes dramatically into a gorge, sending plumes of mist soaring hundreds of meters into the sky. Locally known as Mosio Atunya, or the smoke that thunders, the falls are an elemental force, a place where water, rock, and air converge in a deafening, awe-inspiring display of power and beauty. Standing near the edge, one feels the ground tremble beneath their feet as the river plunges with unrelenting energy, the roar echoing in every corner of the gorge. Rainbows frequently arch through the mist, momentary bridges between earth and sky, while the surrounding rainforest flourishes in the constant spray, alive with exotic birds, butterflies, and small monkeys. Victoria Falls is not just a visual wonder, it is a playground of adventure. Thrill seekers navigate the rapids and whitewater rafts, adrenaline surging with each wave. Helicopters rise into the sky to give a bird's-eye view of the immense churning waters. And narrow suspension bridges hanging above the gorge allow visitors to feel intimately the terrifying scale of the falls. The fall's rhythm changes with the seasons. During the high water months, it is a torrent, a living wall of sound and mist. During drier periods, delicate cascades glimmer over exposed cliffs, revealing hidden rainbows and secret pools below. Beyond the sheer spectacle, the Zambezi Basin is alive with wildlife. Elephants come to drink at calmer river bends, hippos float lazily in deeper pools, and countless species of birds fill the canopy with color and song. Experiencing Victoria Falls is an immersion in both awe and reflection, a confrontation with nature's power and elegance, where one feels simultaneously exhilarated, humbled, and profoundly connected to the eternal pulse of the earth. The pyramids of Giza rise from the desert like monumental whispers of an ancient civilization, imposing yet eerily silent, commanding the landscape with geometric perfection and an aura of timeless mystery. The Great Pyramid of Khufu, together with the pyramids of Khafre and Menkaure, embodies not only the architectural genius of ancient Egypt, but also the spiritual ambition of its pharaohs, who sought immortality through these colossal structures. Each limestone block, some weighing several tons, reflects the meticulous care, effort, and sheer human ingenuity required to shape them millennia ago without modern machinery. The enigmatic Sphinx, its lion's body supporting a human-like face, guards the plateau with inscrutable calm, its gaze seeming to measure the passage of countless generations. Walking among these stones, one is enveloped in an almost palpable connection to the past, imagining the priests, workers, and rulers who dedicated their lives to these monumental projects, their devotion etched into every crevice and corridor. The surrounding desert enhances the sense of timelessness, its winds sculpting sand over ancient footprints, creating a landscape that is simultaneously barren and teeming with history. Sunsets cast long shadows across the plateau, and the pyramids glow gold, evoking visions of ceremonial processions, offerings to gods, and the intricate social and spiritual hierarchies that defined a civilization that shaped human history. Here, every grain of sand and every stone seems to whisper secrets of human ambition, mortality, and the desire to reach for eternity, leaving visitors with a profound sense of awe, wonder, and reflection on the fleeting yet remarkable nature of life itself. Seychelles is a dreamlike chain of 115 islands suspended like jewels in the turquoise expanse of the Indian Ocean. Each island a microcosm of tropical splendor, where white sand beaches, crystal clear waters, and verdant forests coexist in breathtaking harmony. The granitic islands of Mahé, Praslin, and La Digue offer distinct yet equally mesmerizing experiences. Mahé combines bustling markets, quaint villages, and mountains shrouded in mist. Praslin's Vallée de Mai is a primeval forest of towering coco de mer palms, evoking myths of paradise lost and rediscovered. La Digue enchants with its quiet pace, bicycles replacing cars, and beaches framed by striking granite boulders that shimmer in sunlight like sculptures. Beneath the waves, the coral reefs teem with life. Vibrant schools of fish dart among branching corals. Elegant rays glide silently over sandy bottoms, and sea turtles navigate gentle currents as if in a choreography older than humanity itself. On land, giant Aldabra tortoises wander the forests, colorful birds sing from dense canopies, and endemic flora releases intoxicating fragrances into the humid air. The sensory immersion is total. The warm sun, the gentle sea breeze, the whisper of palm fronds, the taste of fresh tropical fruits, and the soft crush of sand beneath your feet combine to create a profound sense of serenity. Seychelles is both an escape and a revelation, a place where the soul can reconnect with the rhythm of nature. The mind can wander freely, and every moment feels like a vivid celebration of beauty, life, and possibility. Chefchaouen is a living dream painted in every shade of blue, a jewel nestled in the Rif Mountains where the sky and the walls of the town seem to merge in an endless expanse of color. Wandering through Chefchaouen's labyrinthine alleys, one is immersed in a sensory feast. The scent of spices, herbs, and simmering tagines drifts from open kitchens. The chatter of locals blends with the soft music of street life, and artisan shops display woven textiles, pottery, and intricate crafts that speak of centuries of tradition. The town's architecture is a layered story of cultural history, from Andalusian influences to Moroccan designs, reflected in its fountains, archways, and hidden courtyards. Beyond the town, the Rif Mountains rise dramatically, offering hiking paths that lead to panoramic viewpoints, cascading waterfalls, and small villages where life follows rhythms unchanged by modernity. From these heights, the entire town appears like a carefully composed painting, a patchwork of deep indigos, cerulean, and soft pastel blues against a lush green backdrop. Chefchaouen is not only visually enchanting but emotionally immersive. It invites reflection, exploration, and a sense of peace, as though every street, corner, and step carries stories, history, and inspiration. Time slows here, senses sharpen, and every moment feels alive with color, culture, and the quiet pulse of a place where tradition and beauty are woven into every stone and every breath of mountain air. The Sahara stretches endlessly across North Africa, a desert so vast it seems infinite, as though the earth itself decided to pour out oceans of sand instead of water. At dawn, the dunes catch the first pink and lavender light, each ridge and valley carved by centuries of wind, forming delicate, almost ethereal shadows. Camels stir softly in their corrals, and nomadic herders prepare for a day of travel, their movements fluid and practiced, guided by knowledge passed down for generations. By midday, the sun becomes an unforgiving orb, turning the sand into a blinding sea of molten gold. Each step presses against hot grains, and the horizon wavers with heat mirages that beckon with illusions of water and distant oases. Desert foxes dart across the dunes, while the occasional fennec pauses to examine travelers with wide, luminous eyes, perfectly adapted to this unforgiving environment. The wind sculpts the sand ceaselessly, forming ripples and waves that seem alive, and sometimes erupts into sudden gusts, carrying fine particles like golden dust that sting skin and coat every surface. By late afternoon, the sky blazes in a riot of fiery oranges and purples, and the dunes glow as though lit from within, while hawks circle overhead, searching for small prey hidden beneath the sand. At night, the desert transforms, the temperature plunges, the air is crisp, and silence blankets the dunes except for the faint whistle of wind and distant calls of nocturnal animals. The stars are impossibly bright, scattered across the heavens in brilliant constellations that reflect on the desert's vast emptiness. Here, time feels suspended, and every moment carries a mix of awe, solitude, and the humbling reminder of nature's scale and power. The Sahara is not merely a place, it is a living, breathing canvas of extremes, where survival, beauty, and timelessness converge in a way no other landscape can replicate. In the Okavango Delta, life is orchestrated by water, its ebbs and flows creating a lush, vibrant ecosystem where every creature, plant, and human moves in delicate balance. At dawn, a mist rises over the flooded plains, softening the outlines of reed islands and glimmering on the slow-moving water. Hippos stir in submerged pools with low grunts. Elephants wade through knee-high waters, their trunks curling to grasp vegetation, and herons and kingfishers take flight, filling the sky with color and sound. Traveling in a mokoro, a slender dugout canoe, allows visitors to slip silently through the labyrinthine waterways, where reeds brush the arms and the water mirrors the clouds overhead. By mid-morning, the delta hums with activity. Crocodiles bask on muddy banks, waterbucks graze along the edges, and lions pause in the shade, watching from tall grasses, their eyes reflecting patience and predatory precision. The air is a mixture of scents: freshly soaked earth, blooming water lilies, and the faint tang of river water, combined with the musky aroma of wildlife. Sunlight pierces the canopy of reeds, casting golden streaks across the water, and dragonflies hover in hypnotic patterns above the channels. As the sun sets, the delta becomes a canvas of molten gold and bronze, with flocks of birds silhouetted against the fiery horizon, and the water reflecting every movement, color, and shape in perfect symmetry. At night, the sounds transform. The croaks of frogs, the distant roar of lions, and the chatter of nocturnal birds fill the air, accompanied by the soft lapping of water against the canoe. In the Okavango Delta, the interplay of life, water, and light creates a living masterpiece, a sanctuary where every moment feels sacred and interconnected. Cairo, Egypt, is a city of contrasts, a living tapestry woven from the threads of history, culture, and relentless energy. Dawn finds the streets still, a few merchants setting up stalls as the muezzin's call begins to echo from countless minarets. The pyramids on the outskirts catch the first light, their silhouettes monumental and timeless, standing in stark contrast to the bustling cityscape that will awaken soon. By mid-morning, the streets teem with life. Rickshaws and taxis weave through traffic, vendors shout their wares in rhythmic chants, and the air is rich with spices, grilled meats, and fresh bread, mingling with the faint aroma of the Nile itself. Cafes spill onto sidewalks with locals sipping tea, smoking shisha, and watching the world pass by, while children dart between crowds, chasing each other through narrow alleys. Along the river, feluccas glide with the current, their sails catching sunlight, and fishermen pull nets filled with glinting fish, while the sound of flowing water contrasts with the chaotic hum of the city behind them. As the day advances, Cairo hums with intensity. Markets overflow with textiles, jewelry, and trinkets. The chatter of haggling rises into a chorus, and the scent of incense wafts from ancient mosques, each minaret echoing prayers across the rooftops. Sunset transforms the city again. The Nile reflects molten gold, the pyramids glow softly, and the muezzin's call to prayer resonates over rooftops, mingling with the distant sounds of horns and laughter. By night, the city takes on a new rhythm. Lanterns flicker in cafes. Streets are quieter but still alive with music, conversation, and the faint hum of cars, and the history embedded in every stone. Pharaohs, sultans, colonial eras seems almost palpable. Cairo is chaotic, intoxicating, and alive, a city that overwhelms, enchants, and leaves a lingering impression of both human ambition and resilience. The Danakil Depression in Ethiopia is a place that seems to belong to another planet. Dawn reveals a surreal landscape. Vast salt flats glitter like broken mirrors, reflecting the sky in sharp shards of white, silver, and pale blue. Pools of bubbling sulfur release clouds of acrid steam, and mineral deposits shimmer in neon yellow, green, and orange, creating an alien palette that dazzles the eyes. By mid-morning, the sun beats down relentlessly, the air thick with heat that makes each step an effort, and the terrain challenges both body and mind. Lava lakes glow red and orange in the distance, while jagged volcanic formations rise like frozen fire against a pale sky. Yet the Afar people live and work here, harvesting salt in a rhythm honed over centuries, their dark skin glistening with sweat as they balance heavy blocks on their shoulders. The wind carries fine grains of salt across the landscape, stinging exposed skin, while steam and minerals fill the air with an almost tangible energy. As afternoon gives way to sunset, the colors shift again. Sulfur fields blaze under the golden sun, lava lakes reflect fiery streaks, and shadows lengthen across the flats, enhancing the dramatic contours of this extreme environment. Night brings cool relief and a stark, silent sky, where stars burn brilliantly above a world that feels both hostile and hypnotic. The Danakil Depression is not merely a place. It is a testament to endurance, to human ingenuity, and to the extraordinary spectacle of a planet still alive in ways both beautiful and terrifying. In Lalibela, Ethiopia, the rock-hewn churches rise majestically from volcanic stone, silent and eternal, yet filled with the echoes of centuries of devotion. At dawn, the highland air is crisp and quiet, with mist curling gently around the carved monoliths, softening their bold forms. Pilgrims arrive slowly, their chants echoing through tunnels and courtyards, lighting candles that cast flickering shadows on walls etched with intricate crosses and carvings. By midday, the sun streams into open courtyards and narrow passageways, highlighting the precision and artistry of the rock-cut architecture, the way every arch, trench, and relief is carved with reverence and intent. Monks and worshippers move reverently, their hands tracing the contours of centuries-old stone, while visitors take in the scale and beauty of structures that seem impossibly created by human hands. The surrounding highlands provide a serene backdrop. Rolling green hills, terraced fields, and scattered villages offer a quiet contrast to the spiritual intensity of the churches themselves. As sunset approaches, the soft light paints the stone in warm ochres and ambers, and shadows deepen in the tunnels and trenches, giving the churches a mysterious, almost otherworldly aura. Night brings a profound calm, with the distant sounds of chanting, the wind through highland grasses, and the faint, sacred smell of incense lingering in the air. Lalibela is more than a destination. It is a journey through faith, history, artistry, and human dedication, a place that leaves the visitor both humbled and profoundly moved.
Do you want to see the most unreal places on Earth? Watch this video right here. You're going to be amazed by sights you've never even imagined. From hidden corners of the world to jaw-dropping natural wonders, this next video has it all. You won't want to miss a single moment. See you there.